Hello, Sally. Sally, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hi.
I think someone from your end disconnected me. I can share my screen any longer.
That's all.
Yeah, I just noticed the same thing too, but just try sharing again. It should share again.
I'm trying, but it isn't going.
Oh no.
I'm not the host anymore, so you have to allow me to share my screen.
Okay.
And so make her a co-host, then she can make her a co-host.
Yeah. So let me
share her screen.
Yeah, so let me just do that again. Make post. Yeah. I just did.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So since I've already covered what you need to do with decide who you want to reach, that is your target audience. You can actually build your target audience template. It depends on what you actually want to do. Everything depends on you, your preference, what you need, the needs, the demographics, the interests, the behavior. So make sure that you consider these factors, their name and their image. Okay, so let's look at how do you determine your target audience. So here we have, ideally you would want to use your customer research. For example, focus groups, online questionnaires, individual interviews with people who use certain products, or in-home studies. If you don't have the resources to conduct this kind of research, follow these steps. Start with your current customers, specifically those that buy the products or services that you were marketing. Your marketing efforts are most focused on. So that was what I was trying to explain in when I was saying, okay, use your family, use your friends, use people you're very brand up. Don't just think that, oh, okay, because I have this, I'm doing this really amazing thing, I can just get out and anyone can come to me and decide, oh, they want me to make a dress for them. No, you have to build from the ground up. You have to start with the people who are at the forefront of supporting you. That is family, friends, and other people that you currently work with, who have seen your work, who can say, okay, this is really nice, I would like to set your product. So monitor your competition also. It's very important. Know that once you go into business, you have competition. Everyone who's into business, you have competition. So how do you make sure that you are always on top of your game? Know what your competition is doing. For effective collaboration, don't just start stealing ideas. So okay, Mam Yasin is making tank tops for women. Let me also copy her idea and make tank tops for women. No, if you want to make tank tops for women, what are you going to add to it to make sure that your own stands out? Because you were competing with different people. The market, it's big. Everyone has a chance to be there, but you have to also ensure that when you were out there, you were giving people what they're looking for. You're giving people what they're looking for. You're making things that people can always wear. You're on top of the fashion industry. You know the trends. You know, you're considering, I think a lot of people here with already consider the weather and all of that, but consider every possible factor that you need to make sure that once you have designed your product, that it's out there, that even when your competition sees it, they're like, okay, she really made something really nice. And even if there's someone copying your work, you're always on top of your game, making better designs, creating better patterns, ensuring that the people who you have been able to make your target audience and they are with you all the way. So monitor your competition and get the sense of how they communicate and the groups of people they're trying to reach. You can also monitor the accounts of important brands in your space on social media. So you can with today's world and everything, you then have to say, okay, I'm just marketing my product locally. No, you can market with Facebook, you can market with Instagram, you can even try using Twitter. It depends on how best you want people to know about you, how best you're good at what you're doing. Don't just stop at, oh, okay, I just have a local consumer base. What if there are other people in other parts of the country who haven't heard about you and they like tank tops, or they like trousers, or they like all those Ankara print shirts, or they like how do they say it in Wolof again? Grand Mumba, and all of those African, really nice African attires that we wear for weddings, that we wear for other forms of ceremonies, naming ceremonies, and things. How do you ensure that the people who are with you, they have to always stick with you? So talk to your friends or even strangers who may have interest in your product. So I've covered build a target audience, okay, demographics, yes. So let's now move to the next one. Okay, so in this one, we're going to talk about how you can understand your customer journey. That is, map your customer journey. Define your customer journey, describe how the customer journey relates to your marketing efforts, and create a map for your customer journey. We have an example here, Magata and Gallo. It's totally different from what you were doing as fashion designers, but these people, they used Facebook marketing to start. Let me just read it for you. Brianna is the owner and lead designer of Magata and Gallo. She's trying to work out when to start her marketing efforts on Instagram to make the most of the engagement season. So mapping the customer journey will help Mariana do this. So you see, basically she is trying to get customers to ensure that people get to see what she's doing during the engagement season. So basically her business has to do with rings, because engagement is all about rings. So when you are designing clothes, you have to map your customer journey. What do they like to wear? Who are they? What are they thinking of? How does clothing relate with them? You have to be creative about it, because you are definitely in the creative industry. So basically everything you were doing has to be on the creative side. How well do people use certain clothing in preference to other ones? So you have to look at all of those. What are your customers looking for? Who are they? And things like that. Okay, there are 3 stages of the customer journey. You have awareness, consideration, and conversion. So when you're talking about awareness, when the customer first learns about a business or product, you know, just like in the Gambia here, if people see a really nice design of this, just like when the, how will I call it, the shoulder dress came out, the off-shoulder dress came out. So every woman in the country was interested. You started seeing people wearing it, started seeing people using it for different occasions. You have to know, oh, okay, if they are aware about it, everyone wants to do it. So make sure that what you were doing when you define your target audience and you're trying to map out your customer journey, also know, oh, okay, what are they, how will my product make them react when they first know about it? Or you go to the market, or let's say we have the trade fair and you decide to take your dresses there and someone sees it, you see the expression on their face. You have to always consider all of those things. How are people reacting to what you were doing? How do they feel when they first meet you, when you're talking about your product? So you were a fashion designer, so you have to be passionate. You have to know your work, and you have to know everything that you were doing concerning your work. So consideration, when the customer becomes interested in the business or product, how do you ensure that you get them hooked to buying your idea that you were trying to pitch to them, to buying your nice dress or your nice Ankara print trouser or your nice tank top? You have to make sure that you keep them interested. Oh, okay, don't just create 1 design or 2 design. You have about 5 different designs so that you can show them. And make sure you also, because people have different sizes, like when you're targeting women, or the slim ones, or the chubby ones, or the ones who are a bit plus size and things like that, consider all of that, because you're working with different people. There are different people everywhere. So whenever someone who's slim comes to your shop or goes to your Facebook page, they can see what you were doing. Oh, I really like this, and I think this is my size. When someone who's a plus size goes to your page, they can also see what you're doing and be like, oh, okay, this is really nice. And she really considers all of us, and she's making something for all shapes and sizes. So your conversion, when the customer decides to buy your product or your service, this is very, very important. You have to make sure that what you were giving them, it's what they're looking for. Have what they're looking for. Make sure you prepare all of it. Don't just take someone, oh, okay, I have this really nice thing and they're interested, and you just decide, okay, they're interested, let me just put it there. No, you have to keep your customer interested. You have to make sure that eventually, to the end of the entire journey with them, that they get to see what they want and they get to receive their address and things like that. So you have this chain: awareness, consideration, conversion. So your marketing efforts are meant to help move your target audience along the journey. So marketers often refer to this process as a funnel. So just like the way the chain goes up the triangle, you have awareness, consideration, conversion. So just consider this funnel and market your marketing message stage by stage. Here, just like we have it, awareness, consideration. At the awareness stage of the customer journey, you want to reach as many people in your target audience as possible. Focus on imagery of your products and services that will promote people to pause and land more. So make sure that you always have things on your phone. You can be in the bus and you're wearing something that you designed, and somebody is like, oh, okay, wow, I really like this. You're like, oh, I have more. Because everywhere you are, as a business person, everywhere you are, you have to be able to sell yourself. You have to be able to sell what you were doing. Wherever you are, whoever sees you and comes up to you, you have to be able to talk about what you do. And you always have to be able to show them, oh, okay, this is it. Someone sitting next to you in the van and says, okay, I like your top, or I like your Friday attire. Where did you get it? You're like, oh, okay, I make them myself. Take a look at it. You open your phone and you show them different things that you have done, different things that will help you. So on the consideration, once people are aware of your business, you want to focus more on the specific benefits of your products and services. And this is very, very important. Don't just decide that, oh, okay, I want to make every kind of outfit. You realize that there are some that you have really great strengths in. Like there are some people who can't really, let me just take it as uniform. There's some tailors who can't really show trousers for boys perfectly. So if you know that that isn't your strength, and you make really nice African shirts, you make really nice grand mumbas, you make really nice skirts and blouses, focus your attention in there. Make sure that you know how to create different patterns. Don't just work with one pattern. Have different patterns, have different models, have different designs. And when you come to the conversion, finally at the conversion stage, you want messages that remove the final hurdle to purchase. For example, promotions and special offers that promote your customers to act now. So make sure that when somebody is interested, you keep them interested. You make sure that you deliver what they say that they want, and with that you are gradually building. You've mapped you've mapped out your target audience, you've mapped out their customer journey, and things like that. Let me try to be fast. Time is really against us. Okay, so I'll go to establish your presence. Okay, so if you're deciding to go into Facebook marketing, you have to choose where to establish an online presence. You have to know who your community is, what kind of things they like, why an online business presence matters. You have people spend time online. Now everyone is on their phone. Everyone is basically on their phone. People are connecting with friends and families. So it's very, very important. This includes discovering and engaging with businesses. Have an online presence for your business means that people can easily find more information about your offering. Don't just say, okay, I'm really good at this, and you keep it in the closet. No, put it out there so that people can see. Let people know what you were doing. You can even try using the Facebook boost so that you can be able to reach a larger number of people, and it's not very expensive. Sometimes you might see you can boost for 2 or 3 days for $5 or so, or $20. That's about like $1,000 is also $5, $250. So make sure that whatever you were doing, it's out there. Build an online presence. Having an online presence for your business means that people can easily find more information about your offering. You can also use online presence to communicate directly with customers and update them about your business. Okay, so let's check. Create a free account to connect with customers. You can use Facebook or Instagram. So here are a few ways you can connect with customers on Facebook. You share posts and stories. Always be lively. Have something to show every time. Let's say, oh, okay, when you were defining your marketing strategies, how many days a week do you want to share your post online? Is it 3 days a week or 5 days a week? Communicate with your customers over Messenger. When someone likes your page where you have different designs, try to connect with that customers or get to talk to them. Create groups to build community. Join other groups. Join other fashion groups in Facebook, so that in that way you're also putting yourself out there, and you make sure that you have a lot of content. Don't just come up, open the Facebook page or an Instagram page and you just have like 5 or 6 things. No, that is basically not right. You're basically not ensuring that people are seeing what you really do. So make sure that you have a lot of content. When you start, build it up gradually, and then don't just start, okay, I have this page and you just have 5 posts there and you're like, okay, people should come and see what I'm doing, and they go there, they just see 5 things. No, you're basically doing bad business for yourself. So make sure that you have a lot of content. You were sharing continuously what you do, and you're keeping people interested in what you're doing. Okay, so 3 steps to establish your business on Facebook or Instagram. You have to choose your business name and description. Don't just create something that people will not be able to understand. So make sure that you were creative about how you name your business, how you model it. The first thing you need is a name for your page and an account. So most people, if you already have your business registered, or okay, you've already been doing this shorthand or at home in your closet, you already have a name for your stuff. So make sure that your description is brief and clear, and don't forget to add the essential information, like where people can buy what you're selling, and if you also have a payment plan and things like that. So this is an example of Little Lemon and what they did, the name, the description. Have a profile photo. This is very important. Don't just take, oh, okay, you were into clothes and you're putting a picture about trees. No, that's not right. If you're into clothes, put something that you have designed. Your profile picture should be able to tell people immediately that, oh, okay, this is what this person is into. Here are some ideas. Your product shots, show the people on your team, provide a related image. For instance, if you sell camping gear, show the great outdoors and things like that. But you were into clothing, so make sure that you were showing either you're using photos from Fashion Gambit or what you have designed, and people posting for you wearing your outfits and things like that. Okay, so also, sorry, I've skipped to, okay, okay, here 3, we have a clear idea about what action you want people to take when they visit your page. Another element for an online presence for your business is the call of action, or the action you'd like people to take when they connect with your business. Like, oh, I just saw your page pops up on my ad feed. What am I thinking of? Do I go and click on it? Or just picture all of that. Or okay, make it interesting so that when people see you, they'll be like, okay, let me check this out. What is this person saying? What is this person's business all about? This is for Instagram users. No, I think I have about 5 minutes, so I just rush through the rest. Let me just take this one. Okay, you can also use WhatsApp to help your customers to connect with your business. So whenever you create your page, make sure that your contact details are there, or can they reach you on WhatsApp? Since everyone in the Gambia, most people in the Gambia now are on WhatsApp, your WhatsApp phone number should be there, or your email and things like that. How are they going to reach you? So meet your customers where they are. You have give the customers more way to find your business. So make sure that when your product is there, people know where to find you. They know how to connect with you. If they have to add your number on their WhatsApp and connect with you. So make sure that you were always there. Define, oh, at what part of the day will you be there? Is it between 8 to 5 a.m.? That's where you operate, or they can contact you at any point. So you have to make sure that what you're looking for, people are also able to find you, as you are also trying to ensure that your customers are there. So let me take the last model, that is attracting your audience. Okay, so I'll just quickly rush through this one. So here you have to, I'm concentrating mostly on Facebook. So on Instagram, you can just maybe after the end of the training, you can just check the Facebook business page. It's really, really beneficial for business owners. You can get to take a lot of courses and find out different things just to improve yourself as a better business owner. So here we have understand your audience on Facebook and differentiate between people who like your page, followers, and people you've reached. So why you want to grow your audience? When you attract an audience on social media, your marketing messages can reach more people interested in your business. So how are you going to do that? You can boost your page, you can boost your post and things like that, so that a lot of people can get to see what you were doing, like what this business owner did. Karen just created a Facebook business page for Lucky Shop. She started posting images of gardens that Lucky Shop has designed, as well as some of her favorite plants. She would like to attract more visitors to her page to increase awareness of Lucky Shop's new same-day plant delivery. So what is Sharon going to do differently? When you attract an audience, okay, I've gone through this, by sharing her love of plants on Facebook and Instagram, Karen hopes to get more people interested in Lucky Shop and ultimately to connect with new customers. So I've talked about your online audience is a group of people you can reach with your message. So look at this tree. You have people who like your page, followers, and people reach. So consider these three factors. These are your audience: people who like your page, that is on Facebook, people who like your page, followers, and people you've reached. So these people, and the people who like your page, these people actively like your company, brand, or product. These are the people who are always, anything that you post, okay, they like it. They're always current with whatever you're posting. Your followers are the people who follow your page, and the people reach are the people who your post engagements have reached. Like, okay, sometimes you have people boost their pages online, so I can just type fashion and I see, oh, okay, your name comes up, oh, you're in the Gambia, you're doing this, the Yasin is in the Gambia, she's doing this, or Ili stays in Joshua, she's into fashion, so I just see everything that Ili is doing. So people, okay, so let me just take this example. Okay, there are about, once Karen had done her plant shop on Facebook, she had about 3,007 people who like Lucky Shop's Facebook page. These people may see messages and updates from Lucky Shop in their news feed, and people who visit their profiles will also be able to see that they like Lucky Shop's page. So basically, just to ensure that everything that you were doing, make sure that you define your target audience well, you consider their journey, and make sure that your post engagements, they are reaching a handful number of people, so that wherever people are, even your relatives in America, they can be able to see what you were doing. Once they check your page, oh, okay, someone following you and they're following the person, everybody can see. So make sure that you define your journey and define everything that you were trying to do in your business and where you want your post engagements to do. What are you actually looking for? Is it just to increase your social media tariff, or you want to improve your sales for this month, or you want to increase your sales in the next 6 months, you want to attract more customers coming to you, or you want to create design for a certain target audience, or you want to go into making uniforms for children in September. So how are you going to start defining that journey before September? Make sure that all of your goals are realistic. Make sure that everything that you were doing, they're realistic. Make sure that you have a definite action plan. Make sure that you're not just, oh, okay, Lila Bugadef, or Lila Bugadef. Sit down, go through your ideas, make sure that you balance everything that you are doing, that your strategy is on point, so that gradually, as you are making a 6 months or a 1 year plan or a 3-month plan, you know in every quarter how you're going to assess the success of your business. Because at the end of the day, you can't just create a page and leave it like that, or say, okay, I would just want people to know about it. What do you want them to know about? How does that impact your business? How do you ensure that what they're knowing about, you're also getting you're also monetizing your products, you're also getting the benefits for your design. So I'll stop here for now and let Therese talk about branding. And I hope that we've learned a thing or two from this. So thank you very much. After Therese's presentation, we'll take the questions together.
Thank you, Madeline. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Sally, can you please make Therese a host?
Done so. Done so.
Yeah, so hold
Done so,
on.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. So I will make Teres the host now, right? Okay.
So guys, participant, you can have your question written down. After the presentation, you can ask a question, right?
All right. So Teres is the
Danso.
Teres is the host now.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you. I see.
Danso.
Yes.
It's Mr. Ponslade speaking. Yeah, it's Ponslade speaking. You can just be making them as co-hosts, so you don't lose yourself as hosts.
Okay.
You know, when you make co-hosts, they can share their screen. You know, so that's more appropriate.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Okay, please give me a minute. Let me share my screen. How do I? Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hi, Terence.
Okay, so my name is Therese. Okay, so my name is Therese, and I'll be going through the branding aspect with you. Okay, so we don't have much time, so I'll just skip through everything. I have about 20 minutes. Okay, so what is a brand identity? A brand identity, in short, is a way to communicate with the world, differentiate yourself from your competition, and create a brand experience that encourages people to engage with you. So basically, a brand, a logo and a color palette alone do not make a brand identity. So when designing your identity, you need to create a comprehensive visual language that can be applied to everything from your website to your packaging, depending on your brand and the type of content you plan to create. So your needs may need to be more expansive, but a basic brand identity includes logos, colors, typography, which is the font, design systems, photography, illustration, iconography, the data visualization, interactive elements, video and motion, and web design. Remember, your brand identity should translate across all mediums. So include everything you need just to make sure that it does. So, yeah. The keys to a strong brand identity. That said, just because you design those elements don't mean that they're effective. So a strong brand identity needs to work for everyone, both your internal team, for example, your brand ambassadors and content creators, and the people who will interact with your brand, for example, your customers, as you and the people who will interact with, sorry. So as you embark on the design process, you need to make sure that your brand identity is distinct. It stands out among competitors and catches people's attention. It's memorable. It makes a visual impact. Here I put an example of Apple. So the Apple logo is very memorable. As soon as you see it, you know that this is an Apple device. Your brand identity also needs to be scalable and flexible. It should be able to grow and evolve with the brand. It should also be cohesive, which means each piece complements the brand identity and easy to apply. So it's intuitive and clear for designers to use. If any of these elements are missing, it will be challenging for your brand team to be able to do their job properly. That's how to build a brand identity. So if your brand is in the early stages, or you're preparing to be brand and you're not sure where to start, these tips might help you through the process of how to build a strong brand identity that will set you up for success. So the first step is to complete your brand strategy. Your brand strategy is a detailed plan that outlines exactly what you're trying to achieve and how you're going to achieve it. It's comprised of your brand heart, which is your purpose, vision, mission, and values, your brand messaging, which is the brand voice, your brand personality, your brand tagline, value prop, brand messaging pillars, and your brand identity, which consists of your logo, color, typography, which is what we just did earlier. So your brand identity is really just a tool that will help you communicate your brand visually, which that supports your brand strategy. So before you dive into your brand identity, it's important to have a brand strategy. So to create a strong brand identity, you need to complete the foundational work of your brand strategy, specifically your brand heart and your brand messaging. This will help you understand what it is that you're trying to communicate so that you can design a brand identity that successfully does. So once you've documented your brand strategy and your team, if you work with a team, it's agreed on by your team, then you can focus on your brand identity. So when you begin branding a project, you want to approach each phase from a philosophical and highly critical standpoint. So it's advisable that you inspect and thought until you get to the core of your brand. So whether you're building a brand identity entirely from scratch or you're updating something that you already have, you will need a full assessment of the current state of your brand identity and how that brand identity might be crafted or tweaked to align with your goals going forward. So the goal is to understand how your brand is perceived both internally and externally. So getting an honest and accurate reflection is the only way to understand how and what you're succeeding at or how you need to correct your course. Step 3 is knowing your personas. So your brand identity is the face that interacts with the world. Whatever you create should accurately communicate who you are. However, one common misconception that a lot of people have is that a brand identity is exclusively informed by what your brand wants to present. So this isn't entirely true. It's also, a brand identity is also informed by what your brand's customers want to engage with or are accustomed to interacting with. If your identity doesn't resonate with them, it won't be effective. So this doesn't necessarily mean that your brand's customers will choose your logo. It means that you will make more effective design choices once you understand their needs, their wants, and their values. So beyond your primary audience, which is your customer, you might also want to consider how secondary or tertiary groups might perceive your brand. For example, other brands or potential employees. So this information can also influence your design decisions. Step 4 is to identify your competition. So building a brand identity is all about differentiation, making your brand visible, relevant, and unique. However, without a firm understanding of your competitive landscape, it's very easy to blend in. So it's crucial that you understand not just who your competition is, but how your brand compares in perception and presentation. And then next we're gonna go to logo. So a brand identity is an integrated design system, and each influences the other, but it starts with your logo. So for your logo, you can go old school. You know, you can, since you're designers, you should probably already know how to sketch or draw. So you can go old school. You can, you know, bring out pencils and just pre-sketch. You can go to iterations, you know, logo marks, core shapes, all in black and white. And as you talk to people, as you receive feedback and activate, then you can make sure, you know, if that's what you want or if it resonates with people. So after you have your logo, once you have a solid logo, you can explore a color palette. So color is a great tool to differentiate your brand from competitors, but you know, like you should also keep in mind that color also elicits strong emotions, so you should choose your colors wisely. A good color palette is clean, flexible, and supply designers with enough choices to be creative, but not so much that it overwhelms them. A good color palette usually includes one main color, 2 primary colors, 3 to 5 contemporary colors, and 2 accent colors. And next we have the typography, which is the font. So every visual element in your identity should contribute to a cohesive visual language and complement each other. So your font should complement your colors and vice versa, which should also complement the shape of the logo. So everything should work together. It's also advisable to limit the number of font families you use to 2 or 3. This generally includes the primary and secondary brand typefaces. So the next thing is to build your style guide. I'm not sure if you can see this. I'm sorry. Okay. So the only thing that is worse than a poorly designed brand identity is a very beautiful brand identity that is never used or that is used incorrectly. So a brand style guide is there to help you to make sure that it's used the right way. So a brand style guide usually includes clear and easy to follow guidelines for every part of the brand identity, including examples and use cases. It also includes practical detail, denoting as much information as needed to help your designers that you work with to replicate the brand identity successfully. So it basically has how you want your logo used, the colors you want on your the colors you want representing your brand, um, you know, what colors you want on what background. So this just helps you so that every post you put out there is all uniform, and if anybody sees it, like they'll be able to tell that this is from this brand or this is owned by this brand. So to keep your brand identity strong, um, designing a successful brand identity takes a lot of work and collaboration. So you need to keep your team on the same page and empower them to do the best job possible. So you need to make sure that they're educated, they're inspired, and they're equipped. So you need to make sure that they know how to use, they know what to do and how not to make mistakes when using your brand or when branding for you. You know, they know that also the basics of having a good brand identity. Also, if you feel like you don't have enough resources or there's too much, you can always use a designer. Yeah. So you can always use a designer to help you design your logos or to help you pick out colors and so forth. So I've come to the end. I know it was pretty fast, but if you have any questions, Martin and I are ready.
Okay, thank you, Terence. Thank you so much. So guys, if you have any question, right, you can ask right now. Or if you think you will not be audible enough, you can just type the question, address it to the person, either address or other. Okay. Hi guys, can you hear me? Fatima, Bintu. Hi. Please don't forget to unmute the voice, because if not, you will not be heard. Okay. Hi, Umu.
Hello. Good
Hi.
afternoon.
Afternoon.
Sally, how are you?
Fine.
Hi.
Going back to Tara's presentation, I
Okay.
think it's really educative in a way, because I have a question. Considering that I've already had a brand, because right now I have an existing brand, but then we are trying to channel out to something kind of different, but kind of related. In case we want to edit our brand or change it, what do you advise? Do we come with a new brand added or try to change it? What would you advise in that case, if there is an alternative or the best option to go for? In branding, probably. Either we have a sub-brand or you try to change something, to come up with something new because you have added features in your product line.
Okay. So I think that the best thing to do is to how is the brand that you're working with now? How is it perceived? I think the best thing you can do is to work with the brand that
I
you
can't
have
hear
now.
you. The line is breaking.
Um,
Hello?
Um, sort of background noise. I'm not sure it's from, but can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah. So I'm saying, if you already have a consumer base that's accustomed to your brand, what you can do is, if you're already used to your brand, then changing completely, would, you know, would not be advisable. So what you can do is to work on the existing brand that you have to revamp it. So you don't have to change everything. So you can leave. Maybe you change the logo, but keep the same colors, or keep the same colors and then change the logo. But just make sure that if you can revamp it, but make sure that if somebody sees it, that if an old consumer or customer sees it, they will know that it's the same brand, but it's
Hello, Teres. Can I just add something to what the
yeah.
question she added? Okay. Within branding in general, just let us look at major brands, how they do it. You look at Louis Vuitton as a fashion designer. The brand is already known. Or you look at Ralph Lauren Polo. Um, Ralph Lauren is known. You see the polo, you see the t-shirts, you see the polo. It's out there. Immediately you see that brand, that polo label. You know it's a Ralph Lauren. That's their brand. What happens is that it doesn't mean that Ralph Lauren doesn't come out with other stuff, other different types of t-shirts, or Vuitton doesn't come out with other types of products. So they run campaigns based on their brand. So for example, if you were launching a new product, you don't want to change your brand. People already know that, okay, brand X with this label is associated with so and so design. Or you are running, okay, you're running, let me say, a winter campaign. Or because we have our tourist season, even though yes, COVID-19 has made us to live in unusual times. So you're running a campaign based on the winter season. So you're running a campaign from November to March or to April, you know. So your whole brand image is structured towards that campaign, product you are trying to, the particular design you are planning to run in that particular winter. Of course, you see our weathers are changing. Yes, it has not started getting cold as it's supposed to be because we are um, in times of global warming.
So, Mr. Pons, one moment, please. Danso, can you please mute every other person, please? The background noise is too much. There are people who have unmuted themselves. So can you please mute them?
I just did.
Okay, thank you.
So
Yes,
Pons can go.
okay, I'm Ponsloy speaking from Joko Lab. So what I'm trying to say is that you have to run campaigns without changing your brand based on the season. A good example I will give is that maybe Christmas is coming. There's a particular design you want, despite how things are with COVID-19. Maybe there's a particular outfit. You are just celebrating living, you know, in Christmas time. So you come out with a campaign that you are designing a product, celebrating that, or you are just maybe branding a wristwatch band just to reflect 2020 based on what has happened, or you're planning for Korete next. You're making a design for Korete next season, so you're going to run a campaign starting April because we're going to be having Ramadan earlier and stuff like that. So I think without changing the brand, just to add what Teres said, run series of campaigns based on the products you are releasing at specific times. And the good examples that are out there for you to follow. Look at all the major fashion designers, whether it's Louis Vuitton, whether it's Ralph Lauren, you know, look at all of them, or what they are doing. You'll notice that they have their summer collections, have their winter collections, they have their spring collections. And all these collections are based on the season. You know, what you will wear, what you will wear in December in Gambia, it doesn't mean you can wear it in August going out. Because in the evening, if we go with our normal trends, it will be getting cold. So why will you be doing advertising and maybe a light evening wear that is your product sell in December, whereas that could have been good for you to launch it in the summer. I just said I should add that bit. Thank you, Madeline and Teres.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we'll take another question. Hello, does anyone have another question, please? You can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Okay, Bintu, please.
Hello, Madeline.
Yes, hello.
Hello, Madeline. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Who's speaking, please?
Okay, it's me, Mama Ejaju.
Okay.
Though it was very difficult for me to connect based on the bad connection around here. So pertaining on the branding perspective, the correction that I want to ask is in terms of the colors, because she was trying to explain the primary color and the secondary color. Fine, if you choose the color, like you choose 3 colors, like we can say maybe red, blue, and green, that you normally use for your branding, it is advisable to change colors, but the message still will be there. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, I understand. So, hello, Teres. Have you had a question?
Can you please ask your question again?
So
Teres.
Okay.
Yeah, to cut it, okay, Susan, to cut it in a such statement, like, you know, in terms of branding, you know, you talked about the primary color and the secondary color. So in perspective, you are telling us to know the colors that we are going to use. For example, if we use 3 colors in our branding, it is advisable to change colors, but still the message will be maintained.
Yes, it is. So, yeah, so you can update your existing elements to reflect more of, especially if what your business is doing now has changed.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can update your existing visuals to reflect on what your business is now doing. So essentially, your brand will still be recognizable, but it will just have a special feel. So your branding, it's actually advisable to do that correctly so that your branding, you know, it feels up to date and it's especially with the industry trend, and so that you know, so that you can let your customers know that your company is still modern and still relevant. Yeah, so you can change, you know, so the visual branding changes that you can make and implement are, let's say, a new color palette and font choices, updating your logo or your tagline, or you know, just changing your website or refreshing your marketing.
Okay, thank you very much. So the next question that I want to ask is the same branding. If you talked about your vision and the mission, you certainly the branding is all about people to know exactly who is MJ, what MJ does, what they do in and out. So it is advisable to put the vision or some of the vision and the vision in your branding, people to know exactly what you're planning to achieve and what you want to do.
Okay, so when I mentioned the vision and yeah, and your
Exactly.
mission, yeah,
Yeah.
so it's supposed to reflect on your branding.
Okay.
Trying to see an example. For example, if your company, okay, it's a fashion design company, so and your mission is to have affordable clothing for everybody to wear. So you should make sure that, or well, let's say your mission is to have eco-friendly clothing. So you should make sure that your brand reflects that. Um, like whether it's with the colors that you use, which have a lot of green, or whether it's with fonts, or whether it's with um, the pictures of the logo. So it should always reflect what your mission is and what your vision is. Your brand should always
Okay.
reflect the mission you have your.
Okay. Thank you very much, Therese, and thank you very much, Madeleine.
You're welcome, Mama. You're welcome. We can take 2 more questions before we close the session.
It is.
Bintu, Bintu call.
Hello, Mama. Was it Sally?
Yes, Bintu.
Yeah, I think for me, really, I don't really have much questions. Just to add on to what they've done, I think the presentation will be very instrumental to starters like us, even though we have done our branding and everything, but it will give us the opportunity to really do some adjustments and then see where we're lacking, then we can improve on it. I think it's really a good thing for us. Therese and Madeline, thank you very much for the presentation. It's really good.
You're welcome, Bintu. Thank you so much.
I'm back again, Madeleine.
Yes, I said you're welcome, Bintu. Thank you so much too.
It's Mama speaking.
Oh, okay. You have another question, Mama. Okay.
I came late because based of the poor connection around our environment. Basically, you were trying to talked about the online marketing that we the entrepreneur are using. So I just want for you to at least elaborate little on what I'm trying to ask so that I can understand exactly. Like if you went to like post the product on or an outfit that you want like your customers to know exactly this is the design that you have made. Okay, fine. If you are posting like your any of your outfit or any of your product, were you trying to say that like we can attach our logo there or a photo that will show that this product is basically from MJ? Oh, I don't understand that side. I want to understand more.
Okay, so basically what you do in Facebook marketing, when you're marketing your product on Facebook, you have to first create a page, like, or you have your normal account, but create your business page. And in your business page, add a picture of you or your business or clothes that you have made. Then in your page, be sharing a post pertaining to different designs that you have made. So whenever you add something new, people can see, oh, let's say you made a really wonderful design about all those off-shoulder dress, and you know that okay, at this particular season it's coming to be December, or let me just say evening wears, and it's December and New Year, and heading into the New Year's, a lot of people wear evening gowns, people are going for dinner, people are going to see the fireworks and things like that, and you want people to know that you're really making amazing evening wear dresses. So on your page you can post it, and if you wanted to reach a lot of people, so you just need to boost your page. It's important to do that, because at the end of the day, if people don't know about what you do, then your business isn't impacting the lives that you want. It isn't reaching the target audience that you need it to reach. So that's just it. So if you want to post it on your normal account, okay, but if you have a business, create a Facebook page for your business, and make sure that you have a lot of content that when people go there for evening wear, so they can see off-shoulder dresses, or they can see Ankara print shirts, or they can see skirts and blouses, and they can see every other design that you have made. So make sure that your content is really what will ensure that people know about what you were doing, the kind of things that you design, the kind of clothing you design, and who you design them for.
Okay, Madeleine, now I
I hope
understand
that
it. Thank you very much. Yeah, I understand what you just said.
you're welcome.
Thank you very much. Indeed, I did. So, anyway, I would love to meet you guys, you and Madeleine. So, and thank you to Startup Incubator, because the session is very interesting, basically to know exactly what is branding, the colors they're going to use, and also in terms of if you want to go for online stuff, the information, the messages that you need to put so that people can know exactly what you are doing, the outfit that you provide day and out. So it's a really interesting session for me and my fellows entrepreneur down there. So I know that the timing is very short, but we would love to see you guys for more explanation. Thank you very much for your time and your team. Thank you to Startup Incubator.
You're most welcome. So what we'll do, I'll just drop my my email address, so you can always chat me up, and I'll also drop our office phone number. So our office is open, where we're just here in Bakau. So you can come, feel free anytime you want to come, you can come and sit with us, and anything you need clarity on, we can help you with it. So that would be a great idea. So I'll quickly just drop my email address and our office phone.
Thank you, Madeleine. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So once you send me an email, I can provide my personal contact details to you, if it's okay with you.
Yeah, it's very okay with me. Thank you very much. So I will do that right away.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So, do you guys have any more questions, or we are done?
No, Sally.
Okay.
You don't.
Hi, Madeleine.
Hello.
Hi, Madeleine.
Oh, okay.
Hi,
Yes.
how are you?
Fine, thank you, Sally.
Hi.
So I think that was the last question, and we would like to thank Startup Incubator for giving us this
And I know
opportunity
our
to talk about
yeah.
branding and marketing. So I hope that in one way or the other, everyone who has attended has picked a thing or two. And we look forward to meeting you someday and seeing your Facebook pages about your business, and getting to hear about your brands and what you do. And thank you all, and have.
Okay, thank you, Madeleine. Thank you, Mr. Pons. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank you
you
so much. Yeah, really appreciate the
Thank you. Bye.
whole system. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Startup Incubator.
Thank you, Mama.